In October of 2016, fellow YouTuber Philip McKnight released a video called "Is Taylor Swift the Next Eddie Van Halen?" Of course, the knee-jerk reaction of many was to pull out the pitchforks and demand this sacrilegious heathen's head on a platter. Many people don't read past the headlines, though this clickbaity title was kind of asking for it. But in no way was Phil claiming that Taylor Swift's guitar skills were in any way comparable to the great Van Halen. Rather, he said that Taylor is now inspiring kids to pick up guitar in the same way that Eddie once did. From what I've experienced, he's totally correct. From 2007 to 2008, I was teaching guitar full-time with roughly 40 students. This was not the most enjoyable of teaching jobs. I needed money and I was a new teacher at this school. Because of that, I would get assigned the beginner students aged 8 to 12. I had a rough idea of what to expect before I got into this. What did surprise me though was the amount of young girls starting to take guitar. One of the first things I would ask my new pupils was, "Why do you want to play this instrument?" Every single one of these girls, except one, had the exact same answer: Taylor Swift. The one outlier looked me in the eye like it was the most obvious thing in the world and said, "AC/DC." To her, we salute you. Seeing all these young girls getting interested in guitar gave me hope that the ratio of male to female six-stringers would balance itself out in future generations. This particular idea has been something that stayed on my mind since Phil McKnight's video came out. Why is it that the ratio of males to females in the guitar community is so drastically skewed? There's absolutely no doubt that the vast majority of guitarists are male. I say this as someone who worked in a music store for years and saw the kind of people who were buying gear. I did my postgraduate degree in music and there wasn't a single female guitarist in my year. And now that I run a guitar-oriented YouTube channel, I have direct access to the analytics. I can see who's watching me, and between the ages of 18 to 44, there is a roughly 3.6% chance that they're female. However, age 13 to 17 is 6.1% female. I would wager that that increase is the Taylor Swift effect. Of course, I'm only one data source and there may be other variables I'm not even considering. But if I'm right, Taylor Swift has evened things out, but it's still very lopsided, and that's odd to me. Now, discussing things like gender and race can be a little bit difficult. I don't mean to offend anyone, and I don't pretend that I have all the answers, but I do think discussion is important. So what's up with this disparity? There's really no biological reason that women and men can't bring the same thing to guitar. That's been proven by players like Jennifer Batten, Bonnie Raitt, Nikki Stringfield, Nita Strauss, Orianthi, among many others. I think culture plays a part in this, and even though it's foolish, girls are told to like typical girlish things and boys are told to like things that are traditionally boyish. After multiple generations of this, we have certain activities that are dominated by one or the other gender. For whatever reason, guitar became a manly thing to do, and with fewer female role models, less girls were inclined to pick up the instrument. I know for me, and I assume some of my peers, one of the reasons I started guitar was to impress girls. If I could master this thing, well, then maybe I could move up the social totem pole a few notches and the babes would come a-flockin'. They didn't, but this was my idea. So shouldn't the opposite be true as well? A girl might want to up her perceived desirability by mastering the guitar too. I would say it doesn't quite work like that because of the sad reality that traditionally a woman was valued on her looks and homemaking skills over her other talents. I think we're seeing that change for the better, though there is still work to be done. I want to put forth another theory, and to do so, I want to show you a couple pictures. The point that I'm trying to illustrate is that the shape of the guitar lends itself to being the ultimate phallic symbol. It's the Austin Powers of musical instruments. One way or another, I would suggest that subconsciously that has an impact. Throughout history, we can find many cultures that were, well, obsessed with dicks. Could it be that to our society, a guitar could be thought of as a male push-up bra? To wrap things up, I see a huge amount of value in learning an instrument. It's a healthy and more importantly fun way to develop life skills. Guitar taught me that if I work really hard at something, it will pay off. I learned teamwork and relationship building through the bands I played in. My first taste of running a business was when my group recorded an EP and started gigging around town. Songwriting has always been a healthy outlet for negativity within me. On top of that, there are undeniable neurological advantages to learning an instrument. I'm sure I can make an entire video on the value of music. The point that I'm trying to make is that even if you don't care for Taylor Swift's music, personally I enjoy some of it. If she's bringing a love of music to a new demographic, that is absolutely a positive. If you can't get behind that, you're welcome to leave me a rude comment, but you know what? Haters gonna hate, and I'm just gonna shake it off. Thank you all so very much for watching. I want to remind you that I'm running a contest until June 30th, 2017, where I'm giving away an American Telecaster. For all the details about that, click on that video over there. I'm Samurai Guitarist, be good to each other, and I'll see you again soon.